All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Vigil Agency Team Zoom or Team Agency Zoom, however you want to look at it. And excited for today. Today we are in week 2 of December. So if you are on track for a slingshot, I do got a slide for that here coming up. All right, so the word of the year is connection, and that is why our password is connect, right, for the Zoom. But connection is a relationship between people, experiences, or platforms. But this is also what Zoom does for us, right? It gives us that connection because we are based all across the country, and it just gives us the ability to see each other, right? Gives us the ability to interact with each other, and get a feel for each other as well. So. Just something that as we start to grow more and more, I just want to make sure that we do have some meeting etiquette. This is just something we learned in one of our leadership calls last week that more and more people are sharing, right? So camera on unless you're in a plane, having a baby, or on the potty. And I mean, I don't know how many of you guys have seen some of those Zoom fails, right? But people take their laptop into the bathroom or something along those lines. We had an agent a few years ago, and the guy was notorious for making breakfast every single time we had a Zoom meeting, right? So, if you're not going to, get the full benefit out of being on Zoom, right? Catch the replay. I have no problem with that, and I tell that to people all the time. The whole idea is for it to be interactive and for you to be able to get something out of it. And then make sure that you do have your microphones muted. Um, Nothing worse than saying something that you don't want everyone else to hear, right? Or, maybe calling the bank and giving them your account number because you're trying to check your balance while you're on a Zoom call. I've heard that happen before. All right, so we have a lot of new agents, but this is one of our training platforms, right? So it's called Summit. Summit is within HQ, and every new agent should start off with Basecamp. Basecamp should be done before you make your first phone call. Activate is building on those basic production and building techniques, and then once you start making a run for a key leader and agency owner, you want to be in the accelerate phase, advanced phase, and then achieve. So we're in the advanced phase right now. And that's where that's where Julie and I are at the moment. Oh, what happened there? I got some some empty slides up here. All right. Why this is going so slow today. All right, so starting in 2025, I am going to start an accountability group in the mornings. This will just be 15 minutes of motivation calls to action and accountability. We're going to do a race to 30. So when you are a new agent, we want to get you to 30 appointments as quickly as possible. When you've gotten to 30 appointments, it gives you the ability to have heard most of the objections, right? And then when you've sat with 100 people, then you can call yourself a seasoned agent. But it's not until you've sat with 100 people, whether that's on Zoom or in person with 100 different appointments, are you really considered, a seasoned agent? So at that point, you'll have had an opportunity to go through all the different underwritings, and you could become an expert field underwriter by that point. But yeah, race to 30 and race to 100, and we're going to have some cool things getting started with that as well. And that'll be every year as well. So every time that someone gets there, they will get a gift card for the race to 30 and then the race to 100. Success starts with how you think, right? So Miracle Morning, something that I did for years, and I'm probably going to get back to it now in 2025. Go for No, such a simple book to read, guys. It's one of those books that you pick it up, and every time that you go through it or you listen to it on Audible, and trust me, you guys can listen to it on Audible on like 1.5x, and it'll sound normal at that point. But you pick up something different every time you're in a different stage of your career. And I didn't realize that. Like I was listening to it the other day as I was walking around the neighborhood, and I was like, why do I not remember this from other times before? And it's because I'm in a different stage of my career, right? In the different part of my sales career, different part of my sales cycle as well. But a lot of great books here. Make sure that you guys are getting through and reading your books daily. 20 to 30 minutes is recommended for personal development. Don't forget that is one of our core values: personal development and relentless pursuit of personal development. Don't forget, if you are a new agent, to make sure that you are using the Chris Leak training system. Something that I will tell you, even JAMA recommends to people who are struggling to go and listen to the Chris Leak system. Guys, we have systems in place for you, right? Our job as mentors and leaders is to help you with the process, but you have to help yourself first, right? There's a ton of resources out there in Chris Leak's training. I mean, once you buy it, you have it for forever, right? And it's 25 bucks. It's a small investment into your business. It's like buying two personal development books, but you have access to them forever, and he updates the information all the time. He's got different scripts in there as well, different videos on how to use the scripts, things like that. Make sure that you guys are utilizing that. And then do you have an SLO? A SLO, so it means a standing lead order. And you can have a standing lead order for bonus leads, or you can have a standing lead order for A leads, right? Leads are how we generate our business here. And Jeff is one of those people that said, look, as soon as I upgraded my leads, my standing lead orders, all of a sudden I started talking to more people, right? These people were excited to be on the phone. He ran some appointments with that already. So now it's just a matter of talking to more people. And then at the more states that he adds, he'll be able to talk to even more and more people across the country. So
I just bought more today.
I saw that. Yep. I saw that. And so when you have an SLO, it means that you are consistently investing in your business. When you have consistency, what does that create? That creates momentum, right? And when you have momentum, you don't want to stop the momentum. Because how many times have you guys started going to the gym and then you stop? And then when you want to get back to the gym, how hard is it for you to find the motivation to get back there? Well, it's the same thing, right? Picking up the phone is a muscle. It's muscle memory. Every time you pick up the phone and you talk to people, right? I got a message from an agent yesterday that says, "Hey, I know I just got to be more consistent in my dials. That way I get stronger in the way that I'm setting appointments." It's all muscle memory, right? Consistency leads to momentum. Momentum leads to success. And then 5K a week. We've heard the company talk about this everywhere, right? 5,000 a week should be your minimum metric weekly. If you are a new agent, between that 80% contract and 110% contract, you want to focus on getting $5,000 a week in submitted business. Hit your first promotion. A lot of new people on here, right? Between that 80 and 95 phase. So 85% contract. All you need to do on the slingshot side is 5,000 in APV. If you have not written an application this month and you're a new agent, you got to write one this week, next week, and the following week in order to qualify and have the 5,000 annual premium volume of issue paid business for this month. And then if you want to do it the standard way, the way that Jama and I have hit every single promotion that we've ever had, we haven't had any shortcuts here. A lot of agents have asked us for shortcuts, but we have gotten our promotions the standard way every 2 months, hitting a promotion based on issue paid numbers, right? So issue paid is for us. So submit is for show, right? So when you submit business, but you don't do a very good job of, field underwriting or anything like that, you're just submitting it to get on a leaderboard. So we call that submit for show, but issue paid for dough. You want to make sure that your business is getting issued and paid. That way you're getting deposits into your account as well. And to go from 85 to 90, it's 7,500 in 1 month with those metrics of having 3 out of 4 weeks of business written in those. Or you can do it the old-fashioned way, right? Or the normal way, as we call it, $5,000 2 months in a row in order to get from 85 to 90%. All right, so if you want to look at what the upcoming events are, you can scan this QR code, or you can go directly to HQ. We have events all across the country. There's another one happening in Charlotte, another one in Lumberton coming up fairly soon. I'm going to get you the one for Hilton Head, Jeff. I know that there's one coming up out there. Unfortunately, you New Mexico guys, there's nothing out there anymore because I don't live there. So maybe Julie and I will schedule some time to get out there and do another event. But there's a lot of stuff going on, Arizona, Colorado, Utah as well. So and then Texas, right? So if it's something that you guys can make, I definitely encourage you to get there. Speaking of events across the country, I'm promoting this one just because Craig McManaman is our friend, right? He and I work well together. We share a lot of resources and whatnot, but they're having a big event. So if you guys know anyone within 3 to 4 hours of Spokane, this is happening this weekend. This is on December 13th. So that's on, is that Friday? Let's see, 11th, 12th, 13th. Yeah, so on Friday, right? It's gonna be a fun event. If you guys don't know, Craig and his team, but they are just a bunch of fun. And then Americo is sponsoring that event. So when you have a carrier like Americo sponsoring an event, and you have someone like Andrew Costas coming along, guys, those events are fun. Jama, how much fun have we had when we've been to Mutual of Omaha events, right? With Rob Race or Slades, right? I mean, they just take care of us. I mean, they love the agents, right? And we're the ones that write their paycheck, essentially. So you can scan that code or if you know of anyone in the area, get them there. Lots of giveaways happening there. We do promote the Ignite event in Texas. Julie and I will be there, and I'm going to be very transparent, right? One of the reasons why I'm going to this event is because Julia and I's one of our favorite cover bands is actually going to be there. So it's called Emerald City. They are phenomenal. Like they have just some great cover band music. But guys, in all seriousness, I'll go there to learn, right? But one of our core values, right, is we have fun, but we get stuff done, right? So make sure that if you guys are wanting to grow your business, the only way to do it is by associating. Lots of ways to do that. So if you need to register for it, or you want to learn how to register for it, just message me directly. Don't go to the website and buy the tickets because I think they're $249 on the website. So we have discounted tickets available for everyone. And then speaking of our national conference, this is the one I do recommend that everyone attend. Okay, you scan that QR code. So if you're not registered for it, I want to see your guys' phones out. Scan the code. Make sure that you get registered for it. They have a monthly payment program, guys, for this. It's like 25 bucks a month or something silly like that, right? To pay for your conference ticket to go to Denver. This will be next August, August 13th through the 15th. And this one I can tell you because it is starting earlier rather than in September. This one will sell out because less kids will be in school. So more families will be able to travel that have kids to this event. And when Caleb's out in school, we take him to all these types of events. It's a great time. I like our national conference. Switchboard Funnel is here. Job and I had the privilege of getting on Set Show Sold. Set Show Sold was the initial version of Switchboard. Thanks to one of our friends, right, Jama? Good mentor, friend of ours, fellow brother. He invented Switchboard. And it was one of those things that he put together all these tools that we were all using, put it in a singular place, and just made our lives easier as agents. Now it is available for everyone. It does run 60 bucks a month, but it makes your life a lot easier. You plug your leads in and it goes to work for you. You do still have to work, right? But one of the cool things about it is it utilizes the dynamic script, the new one that we covered last week. It does utilize that dynamic script and it adjusts the script for you. And then you can text and call your people from there. It also has email integrated into it as well. So if you're not on the waiting list, make sure you guys are scanning the code. They will talk about this on National Call as well. Guys, we have the live training room. This is where you go if you're stuck or you're struggling in the middle of the day, right, with something. You go there, you listen to other people that are doing the business, right? You don't call Jama at 2 o'clock when he's in the middle of his day trying to set his appointments, right? Because then you're taking him out of his element. You get on there for the people that are calling. We have, and this schedule may be different, right? But there's different people that are dialing throughout the day. Lots of great leaders on this list. I think Marissa's at 400 applications for the year already, right? 400 applications for the year. I think it was 399 as of this morning. But you got people like that. Anthony Mendocino, $500,000 every single year, right? We just have lots of great people that are in there dialing all the time. You got Bo Hirschfield, who's the #1 producer in the entire master agency. He'll be dialing. So it's a great opportunity for you guys to go and listen. I know that Annie spends some time in there. I've been seeing Simone in there quite a bit as well. But yeah, it's just a great place to go and learn your business, right? Especially if you don't have the resources to buy leads right now. Don't waste your time twiddling around all day, right? At least learn from the people that are doing it. And these tools weren't available for us when we got started here. We have all kinds of great tools that make it so much easier to succeed here. December, this is where we're at. Today is December 10th. So make sure that if you didn't submit any business last week, that you do submit something this week, next week, and the following week. The last day to submit business for it to count this month is going to be on the 27th. Okay. The carriers are open. They are getting business issued, and they will work on I don't know why that I have the 29th on there, but they are working on that Saturday. I just realized that mistake there. But yeah, so they will be issuing business all the way till the 28th. And they'll probably do it on New Year's Eve as well. It'll be a real small skeleton crew, but they are there for us, right? I mean, the carriers want us to get business issued, and they are trying to do everything they can. And guys, so let's go back one, right? So we all know Christmas is on the 25th. A lot of us celebrate on the 24th or the 25th, right? But you heard Danny Young say it, right? You heard Jama say it a couple weeks ago. It's a holiday, guys. It's not a whole week, right? We're not telling you to not take the time with your family and your friends and everyone coming in, right? But prioritize your business. Make sure that the deposits are coming in for your family before you take time out of your business to go and spend time with these people, right? We understand that people are traveling and coming in from all over the place. But guys, this is really the only like when people are home is when you want to get a hold of them. And people are home during the holidays. This is a great time to write business. All those people that procrastinated throughout the year and they're like, this is something they wanted to get done, right? And they've got the nostalgia of all the family and friends being around them. It's real personal. It gets real emotional for people. And people make a lot of decisions based on real emotions, not created emotions, right? So it's a great opportunity for and a great reminder. And I appreciate Danny Young saying that. And then so this is the lifeblood of our business. Are you setting 2 appointments a day? Are you prospecting 2 people a day? 2 + 2 a day equals freedom. And I can say it works, guys. I really can say that it works, right? Jama has been talking to at least 5 licensed people every single. It's crazy. It seems like he gets all the licensed people coming to him, and all these people are like, "Hey, I want to join your team," and we've had some great conversations. You guys saw my numbers that I posted earlier, right? This morning we had 8 interviews. 2 of them were licensed. It was a guy that one of them moved from New York to North Carolina, and he works in like the Medicare space. He saw our ad and he was like, "Man, this is something I can get behind, right?" He's a New Yorker, so he's got a very strong personality, right? But he also told me something funny. I don't know if you guys know this. So when people move from New York because it's cold to Florida, right, as they get older, right, they move to Florida and it's too hot, right? It's too humid. So guess where they move? They move to North Carolina. You know what they call those people? Halfbackers, because they moved halfway back to New York. So thought it was a funny little joke to share. And then the other one was a guy that moved from Illinois to Georgia. And I said, "Man, well, you made the right decision before you got your license." He's like, "No, I actually got it in Illinois, so I had to pay $500 for my license." As you guys know, Illinois is very, very expensive to get started, right? It is an investment in your business, but he moved down to Georgia to start a state farm agency. He found out that I'll get to you in a second, Jeff. He said he found out though, even though you invest all that money, all that time, effort, and energy into a state farm agency, that you don't ever own your book of business. Do you guys know that?
Mm-mm.
State Farm does not allow you to ever own your agency. You know what happens? It's a succession. So the next person in line takes over your book of business and they pay you 5% of your renewals when you retire.
Yes.
5%, guys. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right. Questions?
So halfback is actually a demographic term now. It's a cultural phenomena, and it's now part of the census. It's an actual term.
It makes a lot of sense. It really does, So, um, I just never heard it before, ever.
A term I heard just the other day from Steven Jackson when we met on Saturday was skiff. It's an actual term. Skiff is a dusting of snow. He's like, we got a skiff of snow. I'm like, skiff. Well, me and Brent looked it up. I was like, that's a real word,
It
skiff.
is. Yep.
So
One time I was I was telling Julia this one the other day. One time I was reprimanded by someone for saying chink, right? And I wasn't saying a bad word, right? Like I wasn't mocking anyone or anything like that. And they're like, that's a derogatory term. I said, no, it's not. I said it's a break in the armor, and that's what I was talking about, right? And they didn't believe me, and they had to look it up, and it really is. It's just a break in the armor. So
It's a chink.
yes, sir. That's what I said.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Who is that joining us? I just see iPhone on there.
Ron the brain.
Hey, Ron. It's
Oh,
great to see you, man. How are you doing?
I'm coming along.
Well, it's such an honor for you to join us. It really is. I know you're going through a lot, and I mean, it means a lot to me that you made an effort to get on today. I appreciate it.
Wouldn't miss it if I couldn't.
I know, brother. I know, and you are in my daily thoughts and prayers. I want you to know that you truly are.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely. All right. Anyone else? Anyone else have any questions, thoughts?
So I got the ultimate objection that I couldn't overcome yesterday.
Well, you got the ultimate objection overcomer with Jama. He's talked to over 5,000 people.
Okay.
I forgot I was
I
on
don't
mute.
speak
Sorry.
no speak English.
Oh, just send those to Julia.
But we do
No
have
habla, no habla English, no habla English.
well, we do have some Spanish speakers. And I did hire another one yesterday. She is licensed. She's from Virginia. So she's excited to come on board, and I'll make sure that we get her introduced as well. Susanna is another one, right, Jama? Is it Susanna?
Recommendation, Michael, if they come on as Spanish speakers, pick Florida, Miami-Dade County,
Oh
or
yeah.
Broward County. Every lead I got was Spanish.
Well, you can get a lead credit on Spanish ones. So
I can?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, Jeff, just Julia speaks Spanish. She's good. So, yeah.
Simone, do you speak Spanish? I want to say that Simone speaks Spanish.
Oh, I aprende español. Aprende español.
She understands it. Yeah, just about as well as I do. Armando, do you speak Spanish?
Yeah, enough to get around.
So you're like the rest of us.
Yeah, yeah.
The rest of us fake New Mexicans. Someone told me the other day, they're like, you can't really be from New Mexico if you don't speak Spanish. I said, I think
Yeah,
people
in Miami, we called it Spanglish.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. There's even a movie on that.
I was gonna say usually we can speak enough Spanish to order tacos.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Julia. Oh, so Julia is fully contracted again. So she does have her resident license in North Carolina. It did take a little to get through. But yeah, so it's been great, guys. Lots of new people coming on board, and
Couldn't pass the background check.
I don't know how she did, but she did.
Oh, hey, Michael, my fingerprints. The state of Florida, I went on Identico, whatever that is. There's no facility within 100 miles of me, so they had to do a mail-in. So they're mailing the kit, then I have to go do my own fingerprints and mail it back.
Oh yeah, okay, I got you. You didn't want to come and drive and see us? I see how it is. No, you are in a weird area where there's not very many fingerprint places near you. So, all right. Well, I appreciate all of you guys taking time out of your day to join us. The dial room is open. It is available for you all. Make sure you guys are utilizing it. Oh, and I was saying, yeah, so I shared my metrics earlier, right? So, really quick, so I put in a standing lead order yesterday for, or not a standing lead. Yeah, I guess it's a standing lead order. So it's $1,000 a week for IUL leads. Okay. So that's 20 IUL leads. The first one dropped this morning. I put that in the chat. I got that meeting coming up in an hour, right? Charity gave me her budget. Sherry did all that, right? $300 a month on an IUL. So I
Did
invested
you
at that.
cancel mine?
I
Did
can't
you
cancel
cancel
it. You have to do it. I told you that yesterday. Remember? Yep.
Okay.
So I invested $1,000 yesterday. I write that IUL today for 3,600, right? My income on that's going to be right over $4,000 because I'm at 110, 110% contract, right? And that's only one out of the 20 leads. I got a second lead now that we were on this meeting, so I'll be calling them as well. But it just goes to show you when you invest in your business, what's possible, right? So make sure you guys are investing in your business weekly. That way you have fresh people to talk to. So, all right. I will see you all. Let's see, when's our next one? Our next one is Friday. So I'll see you guys Friday. Peace.
Thanks, Michael.
See ya.
Bye.